Hello everybody, welcome back to the Harlem fucking Globetrotters. We have got two massive games today. Liverpool in a Champions League doubleheader. Our season depends on this. We have got ourselves into a massive hole by not winning our Champions League group. We now have to face the very best if we want to go on and achieve our aim of being Champions League winners this season. It is a huge task. And we come into today's game, the home leg, with a little bit of a tactical plan to try and overcome these giants of European football at the moment. Before we do that, just talk about a few little things. Since you were last here, things have been going really well. We beat Monaco, obviously, with that great comeback win. Since then, we have had lots of good results, which we'll look at in just a second. But you can see that in the league, we are 22 points clear of Lille. We continue to completely dominate. We are now more than 40 domestic games unbeaten. Our last defeat was Lyon away last season in January of last season. So we have gone now more than a calendar year unbeaten domestically. Is it too early for me to be thinking about possibly a 100% season? Is that even possible? We've won 23 out of 23. There are 15 games to go. We have a squad that is massively superior to anybody else in the league. But we do have to play the whole rest of the top 7. All of those 6 teams we have to play away from home in our last 15 games of the season. So it could be tough. It could be tough, but we are certainly capable of it, I think. If we were to go out of the Champions League and we had to just focus on the league, that would be absolutely huge. That would be massive. We would be able to focus 100% on trying to just do something historical. I've never managed to do anything similar in Football Manager over all the years I've been playing it. I think it might have been even Football Manager 2008, playing the Mexican League. I did have, where in Mexico they play 2 short tournaments during a season, a 17-game league followed by a playoff. I did have one of those tournaments where I won 17 out of 17, but then lost in the first round of the playoffs. That's the closest I've ever come to a truly 100% season until now. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like I say, we are more than 40 games unbeaten. We are, I think, well over 30 games now, 100%. We haven't lost or drawn a game since the draw with Monaco in February of last season. So it's just ridiculous numbers now. And if we have a look at how things have been going since you were last here, so you can see we beat Monaco 3-2 in the last episode. We then went away to Montpellier and won 2-0. That was a nice win. We actually rested Erling Haaland for this game. He started out on the bench. Belotti, who came in as the forward, Erling Haaland actually came off the bench in the second half and didn't score. So that is now 2 games this season that he hasn't scored in. So obviously a crisis for him, but then he did respond to that in the following game. We had Bordeaux at home. We won 5-0, and you can see here Erling Haaland with 4 of the 5 goals. Absolutely phenomenal. He's just too good for this league. We know that. He's just absolutely made the difference. You see, all of these games, we have been rotating people around. You can see Jimmy, you probably noticed Jimmy got a game in central defence in that one. We then went away to Rennes and won 5-0 again. Erling Haaland getting 2, Messi getting 2, Messi coming off the bench after injury and getting 2 goals there. Belotti came off the bench and got 1. We were again, we've just been trying to rest Haaland as much as possible. When games have been wrapped up, we've been taking him off the field. Then we went away to Ream. We won this one 3-0 as well. Gini Wijnaldum getting us off to the perfect start. Ramos and Haaland wrapping the game up before half-time. Sergio Ramos continuing his scoring feats. And he has just been incredible at set pieces. We then went and played Strasbourg at home. We rested Erling Haaland completely for this one. Belotti got a goal replacing him, but the big story here was a fantastic hat-trick from Lionel Messi, his first start after coming back from injury. He has been phenomenal since recovering from his injury. We'll have a look at his stats in just a moment. And after that, we then played Nantes in the French Cup. And as you can see, we won 3-0. We are into the semi-final, but it wasn't quite as easy as the scoreline suggests. We did completely dominate. You can see from their stats there, they only had one shot at goal the entire game. They really played for the draw, trying to get to penalties. Really frustrated us. We've come up against teams that are really making it more difficult for us now. We have to really open up, really go attacking to make the breakthrough on occasions. And here it wasn't until the 78th minute that we won a penalty which Messi converted before Haaland then wrapped up the win with 2 goals in 2 minutes. So into the French Cup semi-final, which is really nice. We went out of the tournament early last season. Big disappointment, our performance last season. So we really want to win this trophy this season, just to really cement our dominance of French football. So that's really nice to be into the semi-final there, and we will be doing an episode where we play the semi-final just to change up the pace a little bit. We're playing, I think, Nice away in the semi-final. And then before preparing for today's game against Liverpool, we actually played a virtually 100% rotated team for Angers away. And you can see here they went ahead early on with Pereira Lage. Wijnaldum and Belotti then got us the win. Again, this was very pleasing because we were able to rest all of the starters for this coming game. You can see we just brought on Sule and the Croatian guy in the second half. Sule came on for Marquinhos so that Marquinhos could get a little bit of a rest there. And Jimmy played again. Jimmy, our 31-year-old loanee, he's played a couple of games now, done really well on his debut. Not so well on the last game there against Angers, but he's been what we wanted. He's been a really solid little backup. For the moment, he's our 4th choice centre back. He is playing only his 3rd ever season in his whole career in Ligue 1, and he is playing with the team that is going to be league champion. So really nice for him. He's going to get a league winners medal late in his career. He is part of our Champions League squad. Whether he'll actually play in the Champions League, we'll have to wait and see. But really nice for this veteran defender. You can see he's played for Niort, Grenoble, and Troyes, and he has only ever played 2 seasons in Liga. So a nice little romantic story for Jimmy. And that aside, we are obviously now ready for the Liverpool game. You can see now, just since we lost to Manchester United, it's just all wins. Absolutely incredible performances. But now for today's game, we go on to a completely different level of opposition. Possibly the best team in Europe and the world. Obviously Champions League champions and Club World Cup champions. Before we go on to that, just a few things to comment on. You can see Erling Haaland now has 47 goals for the season. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely ridiculous. We've had to pay out millions in goal bonuses over the last few weeks as he reaches different milestones. 47 in 27, 14 in 8 since he made his signing permanent, but 31 in 18 in the league this season. He's obviously just going to smash all the goal scoring records that there are. And he is also now just a couple of games away from breaking the record for most man of the match awards. Messi set a record of 9 last season. If he gets a couple more in the league, he will break that record. You can see Neymar doing really well, 16 assists. He needs 2 more assists this season to break the record set by Angel Di Maria last season. And you can see he's only scored 4 all season. The signing of Haaland has really taken away his numbers in front of goal. He just doesn't get those opportunities now, though obviously Haaland being such a focal point. But he's been superb creator during the whole season. He has been on set pieces. He's got a lot of assists from corners, which has helped his numbers, but he's having a really, really great season, even without the goals. So really pleased with Neymar. And then if we look at Lionel Messi, he has now, you can see in the last few games, he's scored a fair number of goals as well. He's got 18 in 21 for the season. Brilliant numbers for the 35-year-old. 14 in 14 in the league. 7 of those penalties. We would like to see him get some in the Champions League now, just to complete that side. But he is having a phenomenal season. And big story at the end of January was that Manchester City actually offered him a contract. So that forced my hand. We immediately activated the 1-year contract extension that we had for him. So he is with Paris Saint-Germain to the end of next season, still getting his 1.2 million a week. I could not let him leave to Manchester City at the end of the season. So Paris Saint-Germain can enjoy him while he's here for at least another, well, over a year, obviously the end of next season. So that's really, really good. But the other news is that we also tried to offer a contract to Angel Di Maria. I was hoping to be able to offer him a year's contract with the option of another year. He wanted 3 years plus an extra year if he played more than 20 games in his final season. So 3 years for a 35-year-old. He's on 140,000 a week. He wanted about 110 to renew, but I just didn't want to commit to a 3-year contract. I would like to re-sign him. He's still obviously really, really good. You can see his stats. He's still so creative. Even being more of an impact sub, he's still got 8 assists and 5 goals this season. Would really, really like him to sign on for next season. But what I'm going to do is, if no one comes in, there's no interest in him at the moment. If nobody comes in and offers him a contract, we'll just let it run down a little bit, let him get a little bit more desperate, and see if he'll then accept a shorter contract offer towards the end of the season. And I would imagine he'll probably accept less money as well. So that's the situation with Angel Di Maria. If he doesn't sign, we will have to prioritize a backup right winger before the end of the season. Hopefully when our Champions League participation for next season is confirmed, we will get new budgets. We'll be able to spend some more money just to prepare a little bit for next season. So that's pretty much all the news going into this game. So let's go forward and go to our tactical meeting for the Liverpool game. You can see Lyon, we played directly after this game. I think 3 days after the Liverpool game, we play Lyon at home. That is going to be tough. Lyon are on really good form at the moment. Last time we were here, we saw that they were struggling down in 16th, but with games in hand. They have pretty much won all their games since then, and they have just rocketed up the league there. You can see they are now competing for the European spots with Brest, who are still having a great season, but continue to drop points and just shuffle down the league table. But I mean, it's such a close league. See, Bordeaux in 16th, they've got 25 points. They're only 10 behind Brest. So it's a really condensed league table. So I guess it's good that Lyon are playing today as well. That means obviously they don't have any more rest or preparation time before they face us. And obviously we do have the advantage of that much stronger squad. You can see just the players that we're not involving today. Sergio Ramos is actually sick with flu. I had to leave him out of this game. I had the option of letting him be treated by the doctor and run the risk of him infecting other team members, or leave him out and accept that we don't have him for this first leg. So I took the safe option. I've got confidence in Kimpembe and Marquinhos. So hopefully Ramos will be back for the second leg, because he has been absolutely phenomenal. Such a threat on set pieces, 9 in 18 games this season. But just again, the fact that Roberto Firmino for Liverpool does not have any pace, I think Sergio Ramos would be the best candidate to handle him, just with the marking and tackling and the just the leadership that he has. I think I really wanted him to mark Firmino rather than Kimpembe, but we will deal with that today. Hopefully we'll be okay. You can see Isco, Jazici, the Croatian guy, and I'm also leaving Belotti out today. I'm doing that because Idrissa Gueye has just come back from injury, and I want him as a backup to Barella. You'll see what we're doing with Barella in a minute. Idrissa Gueye, actually, we had a little bit of a team meeting. Idrissa Gueye's disappointed that he hasn't played games. I did promise him playing time. He hasn't got it. And some of his teammates were a little bit upset about it. So we did have a little bit of a team meeting where we kind of pacified some of the players, but that could be an ongoing problem. Hopefully it doesn't get to the stage where it upsets a lot of the squad and affects team morale, because obviously we're going so well domestically. We want to win the cup. We want to progress in the cup. And we would also love to see if we can win our final 15 league games of the season and do an historic 100% season. But anyway, for now, we concentrate on the Liverpool game. Have a look at what we're going to do here. So you can see I dropped Paulo Dybala for Gini Wijnaldum. We are going to drop Barella back in here as we've tried. Now, Liverpool don't play with an attacking midfield, but you will see in a moment why I'm doing this. We're going to have him as a ball-winning midfielder on defend, and we're just going to drop Wijnaldum in here. As we've done in the past, this is going to be a deep-lying playmaker on support, and we're going to just swap Verratti in there and Wijnaldum as a traditional central midfielder. Now, we're making some big changes to try and deal with what Liverpool bring today. So, as we always do, Messi is going to be tracking Andy Robertson down their left wing. Neymar is going to be tracking Dodo, because they now have Trent Alexander-Arnold playing exclusively as a central midfielder. Kimpembe will be playing to mark Roberto Firmino. And I think I'm going to want Verratti to just track. Do I want Verratti tracking Jordan Henderson? Even though Henderson, of course, scored the winning goal in the Champions League final when he wasn't tracked, I'm not going to mark him specifically, just to not tie Verratti down too much there. But I am going to mark Alexander-Arnold. And that means, obviously, Fabinho is going to be playing in this space here in front of Haaland. And obviously, Haaland today getting his biggest challenge, facing off against... well, it will be against Van Dijk. And who is partnering Van Dijk? They have been playing with Gomez there. Yeah, they have got Joe Gomez partnering Van Dijk now. So he is in for a massive test. But this is what we are going to do. We are not going to play out of defence, because obviously they've got their pressing forwards, Salah and Mane. we are not going to overlap either. We are going to play out to the wings. We're going to have a little bit more space there. And I think we're going to start off on a standard directness, but I am toying with the idea of going more direct, and I'll explain why in a second. In transition, we're going to go to the flanks to go over Mane and Salah, and we are actually here going to push up a little bit higher, and we are going to defend wide. In this save game, I have not really toyed around with the defensive width too much in very few games, but I'm doing it today, and it's because we've analysed Liverpool's play, and they do not create many chances from central areas. The majority of their chances, obviously with players of the quality of Mane, Salah, Andy Robertson, they create most of their chances out wide. So we're going to defend wide to push those players inside. We want to push the play in towards our centre-backs and Barella. We want Barella to be winning the ball when it comes inside there, and we are then going to be distributing quickly out to the wings with Messi and Neymar. That's the game plan. Looking at their team analysis, I think we are going to have more success if we try and give them the ball more in central areas. And also looking at their defensive stats, they lose the ball more in high areas, low areas, and in the middle of the park. They don't really lose the ball much between the middle of the park and the attacking third, and they don't really lose the ball much between the middle of the park and the defensive third. So I'm looking at a high press to win up top, and that is why we may change to a little bit more direct a little bit later. Try and get the ball in behind them and then press them up high to try and win it back up there, rather than try and compete with them all over the field. So that's how we're setting up. Let's give the team talk here. I'm expecting the players to be really up for this. Let's see if we can get some really strong green motivation. Well, not right now. Okay, well, we've still got some good motivation there. Let's get out onto the field and let's see how this goes. Let's just send the assistant for the pre-match conference. So again, Liverpool, they have had a couple of draws there. You can see they had a 3-game run where they played Manchester City, Arsenal and Everton. They drew 3 of those games, but they have won their last 3. They were very winnable games though. Looking at their results this season when they've played the big teams, they have dropped points. So hopefully that suggests that we can get at them here. And the perfect start. 48 for the season for Erling Haaland. And in his biggest test of the season against Van Dijk and Gomez, he's taken just 3 minutes to show everybody that he is up to the challenge. Brilliant start, but it is only the start. As Hernandez loses it to Salah. They go all the way back. Now can we win it in here? We can. What can Neymar do? Haaland, just brilliant combination play there. Haaland in again, and it's 2. Unbelievable start in the 13th minute of the game. PSG 2, Liverpool 0. And this is a completely different game to when we played them in the Champions League final back in May of last season. We have stunned them here. Now, can we keep this going? Is that high pressing line going to tire us out in the second half? A wonderful start. Better than I could have hoped. Let's demand more of the players. Haaland and Hernandez both booked early on. Hopefully that doesn't become an issue. Certainly for the second leg, I I can't remember if Hernandez was actually one booking away from a suspension. I hope he's not going to miss the second leg. I know both teams have a number of players on a possible suspension at the moment. So we get that one away again, but we've lost it quickly. And Alexander-Arnold puts it over the bar. Really, really great first half. They have not had a shot on target. It's been pretty much perfect from our point of view. If we can do the same again. Now, do I want this suggestion from my assistant? The media have given you a lot of credit. I did go with that in the first half, so I'm not going with that again. I'm going to tell them I'm happy. They have reacted really, really well. Let's hope that doesn't make them complacent for the second half, though. Can we get another strong strong start in the second half? If we could perhaps put this to bed in the first leg, or not put it to bed, that's going to be impossible going away to Anfield. But if we can maybe get another goal here, that just puts us in such a strong position for the second leg. And I see Fabinho has been booked. That is huge for us because he is now suspended for the second leg. Let's make some changes here as we get into 70 minutes. You can see Neymar, Haaland and Wijnaldum are all absolutely shattered. I am going to bring Neymar off. We have got here Thomas Lemar, who has been phenomenal. I'm going to give him the role of winger on support just to shore things up a little bit. And Gini Wijnaldum, do I want to change him up for Idrissa Gueye to be a bit more solid, or Paredes just to look for those through balls? I'm going to go with Paredes. He has been on great form. So let's confirm those changes there. Thomas Lemar really motivated. Paredes cool as a cucumber. I would like to see a little bit more goalmouth action from us in this second half. Haaland very tired as well. As Liverpool have an opportunity here from this throw-in situation, and Keita on, and he's put it wide. And I am actually going to set Verratti to follow Keita. Just seeing that just makes me worry a little bit. So Verratti, let's give him that specific marking duty of Keita. Oh, sorry, it's still Henderson. So where is the other midfielder? We've got Curtis Jones and Naby Keita. Why am I giving the option here of specifically marking Jordan Henderson, who's their defensive midfielder? Who is Paredes now marking? So he is marking Curtis Jones. So I am going to set Verratti to mark Keita. I don't know why it's telling me the first option would be to mark Jordan Henderson there. What changes do we make? Do we bring Haaland out for the last 15 minutes? He is absolutely shattered. He's run himself ragged. Or do we shore up the defence with Lucas Hernandez also very tired? I think I'm going to go with Abdou Diallo at left back for Hernandez. And we're going to leave Haaland and Messi on. They can rest for the Lyon game in the league. I want to concentrate on having the freshest players on at the back here. As we now get a throw. Lemar, can he get a delivery in? Here he comes. Here's Paredes just finding space. Can we get a cross in? Hernandez does get it in. Haaland at the back post, but there's no shooting opportunity. Verratti all the way back to Barella. That tactic of just playing with Barella in there in defensive midfield just really seems to have done the trick. As Haaland sees one saved by Alisson. Point blank range. He could have had his hat trick there. Let's just try and focus the players for the last 10 minutes. Let's just do a little bit of time wasting here as well. What a performance. Great performance again. We're just going to go full on time wasting. Let's be more disciplined in our passing as well. Just don't give anything away. And we're going to hold our shape when we lose the ball. You can see Haaland and Messi and also Neymar playing that high pressing line really has tired out the forwards, as I was worried, but I think it was a necessary tactic. It's paid off for us. As long as we don't concede now in this last minute, we've got a really great situation to take into the second leg. That is a fantastic victory. A little bit of revenge for last season's Champions League final, and really, really positive going into the second leg. We haven't given away an away goal. I don't know if that change to the away goals rule has come in this season, but to keep them at nil, I think is excellent. I tell them I'm very happy with the result. Haaland, once again, absolutely terrific. Definitely going to make changes and rest players for the game against Lyon now. We will be back for the second leg. See Atletico Madrid beating AC Milan there. In the other first round games, Manchester City beat Bayern Munich at home 2-1. So that could be interesting if Bayern Munich go out. And Lyon have just lost away at Lyon. So again, that's really positive for that upcoming game. So we will see you back here in just a little while. We're going to play these 3 games that we've got against Lyon, Rennes and Nantes. And we will be back for the second leg.